Welcome to the Plumsail Forms for SharePoint tutorial. And today we are diving into custom routing to navigate between different form sets. We'll learn how to redirect users to a specific form view based on items column value, a user's group membership, and their access permission. Plus, I'll show you how to switch from display to edit mode using the custom routing. If you are new to form sets, be sure to check out the video on how to create form sets. You'll find the link in the description. Let's get started. In a nutshell, form sets let you design additional forms for SharePoint. You can use automatic routing to display different forms based on a user's group membership. It can be Microsoft 365 group or SharePoint group. However, if you want to consider other conditions for redirection, custom routing is what you need. You can write complex conditions using code, and we'll be exploring various code examples in this video. What you need to remember is that custom routing for a form set always has priority over automatic routing. So here is my form, and this is the form set I've created specifically for this video. To set up our routing conditions, open the Custom Routing tab. You'll see a helpful hint here that you can use as a guide when writing your code. And you can find more code examples in the Plumsail documentation. I'll leave the link in the description. Custom routing is based on JavaScript and includes several predefined variables that you can utilize in the code. You can check the site URL, how the form is opened, the form type. You can use PNPJS library and many more. And let's start with a simple example, a routing based on an item's text field value. I'll copy the code from the documentation and paste it into the Custom Routing tab. So I need to update the internal name of the field in the code. So I will remove status and I'll type title. And the title will be I am the title. And next I need to update the form set ID. Go to the form set and copy its ID. And paste. Save, and let's test how it works. So when I open the first item, it opens additional form. And when I open the second one, the default form opens. Next, let's check the item's lookup field value. So I'll need the internal name of the lookup field. And you need to append ID to it. The value of the lookup field is the integer, so you need the ID of the selected item. In my case, it is 2. And let's test. So when I open the first record, the default form opens. And for the second record, the additional form opens as in related records. Option with ID 2 is selected. You can also check the person field value of the current item. Let's see how it works. So I'll copy the code from the documentation. Okay, so this part of the code gets the ID of the current user. It then compares that ID with the ID of the user selected in the person field. Just like with the lookup field, you need to append ID to the internal name of the person field. Okay, and update the form set ID. To demonstrate how it works, I will open the first record, and Adele is selected in the persona group. When I open the form, the default form opens, and I have a second window where I'm logged in as Adele. So when I open the same first record, the additional form opens. You can also check if the current user is selected in a multiple choice person field, but the code for it is slightly different. I'll copy the code for it from the documentation again. So here I need to update the internal name of the multiple choice person field. So again, don't forget to append ID to the internal name of the field. This is applicable to Lookup and person fields only. And update the form set ID. Okay, ready to go, save. So now when I open the second record, the default form opens as I'm not mentioned in the multiple choice field column, but when I'm logged in as Adele and open the same second record, additional form opens. Okay. Besides checking the current item's value, you can also check the current user's property. For instance, check their first and last name, job title, department, manager, and so on. I'll check the current user's department. I'll copy the code from the documentation. So in the condition here, I'll keep department and update value to be retail. Value to retail. So when Adele or any other user who works in retail opens the form, the custom form will open. And let's test. So when I open the form, the default form opens no matter which record I open. But when I'm logged in as Adele, additional form opens. And the same no matter what record I open. Similar to automatic routing, you can also check if a user is a member of a specific SharePoint group. Let's test it. For this, you need to copy the code from the custom routing by user group article. Routing works based on SharePoint security groups and based on Microsoft's 365 groups. So you can find the code examples for each option in the documentation, and I will copy the code for SharePoint security groups. I want to check the user membership only, so I will remove this condition and the second option, and we'll remove this line too. Okay, so we'll only check the user's group membership. So I have a group approvers and I'm the only member of this group. So I will copy the group name and use it in the condition here. Again, update the form set ID. Save and test. So now when I open any record, additional form opens. If any other user opens the record, the default form opens. So let's test it under Adele record. And you can combine conditions checking both a user's group membership and an items field value in your routing. So this is the main advantage of custom routing over automatic routing, that you can combine conditions and route to any form set you need. So let's get the current item data, and we'll check again the title of the selected item. So, and I will update the code. and I will check the current users group membership and the title of the item. And what I will change is, so besides of routing to a specific form set, I will add the line to set the form type to edit. So if I'm a member of a previous user group and the title of the item is I am the title, the form opens in the edit mode. Let's test it. So if I open the second record, the default form opens, and if I click I am the title, additional form opens and it is opened in edit mode by default. So I can change the title and save. And that's all for today's tutorial. You can find more code examples and technical details in the Plumsail documentation. If you have any questions or difficulties setting up custom routing, don't hesitate to post a comment here in the Plumsail community or contact the Plumsail support team. Please check the video description for all the links. Hope this video was helpful for you. See you in the next one.